Redwater Raider, just some money. And some money.
Not a wise place to linger.
Battle axe. Inventory full. Oh no. Is that an upgrade for him? It is an upgrade for him. We gotta make room for that. Quick save. Alright. Alright, that's where we went into the sewer there and came out of the sewer there. So I haven't explored this area.
I don't care what business you think you have here, Basra. The Arishok will not be disturbed at this hour.
Oh, Kunari. Hi. Alright. To me, raids the only content worthwhile putting into the time to build a static around. Every other bit of content, you just pug it. I don't know if I'd play Yorsu without having the static that's currently improving. That's the best about MMO to me, not the anonymous event grinds for currency. That's totally fair feedback. Like, you know, different individuals will play the game for different reasons. You'll have some people that only do raids, some that just only PvP, some that only World v World, and everything in between. Unfortunately, it just depends on whether or not... Like, if the developers spend, you know, tens or hundreds of hours making a raid, and then, like, you know, less than 1% of the community does it, then they feel like that's just, you know, all the time they spent paying those developer hours just feels kind of wasted. So, let's go home for a moment to heal injuries. Okay, and I need to visit a shop. Let's just go Lowtown during the day. I just need to visit a shop to hit the sell junk button. It's kind of like the new expansion will kill raids. I mean, there were no raids in End of Dragons. Why wouldn't you say End of Dragons killed raids?
Am I the next stop in your career evaluations? Joy of joys.
You watch and you talk. Is that it?
You are dismissing hallmarks of both the utterly ineffectual and the incredibly dangerous.
I don't know what you mean.
It means coins flow when I talk and when I shut up. Like if you got paid to guard or unguard.
That makes no sense.
Good.
Mike, are you planning to play Baldur's Gate 3? Yes, extensively. Which is why I'm playing so much of this right now. Oh! That's horrifying. Yes, extensively. My plan is to play this a bunch until then, and try to finish this before then. Alright. I'm just gonna zone in here and zone out so that I can, Oh, wait. Revenge. That wasn't here earlier. Codex.
Yes. Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon.
I bet you couldn't. I'll bet you a dozen ales.
What? Well, now I'm gonna show you.
Well, now I will go kill an archdemon. Alright, let's see. Something at the Black Emporium. Will you play DA Inquisition? Yes. I want to play every single DA game before Dreadwolf comes out if I can. What the heck?
Thaddeus, stand straight. places, everyone. Welcome to the Black Emporium.
Xenon the Antiquarian. Vessel of Tears. The Mirror of Transformation. Oh, it lets you change your appearance.
Come closer, boy. I think he's
Some stuff that's for sale.
smiled at me.
Crafting materials. The Box of Screaming. Discarded weapons and armor. Wait, what? There's a bunch of stuff here. What the heck?
Those plebeian items. Take what you like. No charge. No charge, Thaddeus. You hear me?
Let's see. Okay. DLC also. Hi, Bozer. Some raids in WoW are way more accessible. There's no LFG difficulty yours too to interpret you play raids. Well, no. So a similar, a perfect example of what I'm talking about. World of Warcraft Vanilla, Naxxramas. Less than like 0.1% of the population were able to even get into Naxxramas because they made it was a 40-man raid. It was the toughest thing. You had to do like a key. You had to make a key to get into the raid, which took weeks. And less than 0.1% of the population of the player base saw it. What did they do? They freaking recycled it, and they used it as the first raid when we got to the Northrend. They were like, oh shoot, well hardly anyone saw this, let's just use it again. And they just literally copy-pasted the entire raid. So that would be an example of development time, a company feeling like their development time got wasted, so they just decided to use it again. Another company, Guild Wars 2, might decide, people aren't doing raids, let's make something different. Let's see. Alright, should be good. Quick save.
So, what do you do, Aveline?
You know I'm a guard. Why are you asking?
I mean in your off-duty hours, for fun. You've heard of it, I hope.
These are my off-duty hours.
And the trend of you scaring the piss out of me continues.
Tom Wise?
Huh? Oh, Hawk. Haven't seen you since we did that job together for Athenra. Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the deep roads. And right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
Muck, you think ANET may recycle raid wings and stuff to be strikes? No. I'm saying that two different companies approach the problem in two different ways. The problem being, hardly any of our player base are doing this content. The solution being, ANET decided the solution was, well, I think we wasted money on having our developers do this. Instead, let's have them, instead of a story and long hallways and trash mobs and a whole map, what if we just did one room with a boss? Strike missions. Okay, we could then add challenge mode. We can reuse the room, reuse the boss, reuse the sound effects, reuse the artwork, reuse the animations we've already made. We just add a few more and turn the numbers up, and we've got a whole new difficulty. Challenge modes. So they found a way to do a lot less, get content that a lot more of the player base is playing, and also it has multiple degrees of difficulty. Harvest Temple, you've effectively got the story version of Harvest Temple. You have nearly the same fight in Dragon's End with the meta, and then you've got the Harvest Temple Strike mission, and then you've got Harvest Temple Challenge mode. Those geniuses found a way to make 4 pieces of content with that one room. Like, where, WoW, they ended up, just recycling all of Naxxramas. That was how they approached the problem. So it's just different approaches. Okay.
We can't all make a living in the Undercity.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? Athenril's scarce these days. And the coterie have their own mixers. You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
Debilitating poison.
Breaks next tomorrow, maybe. Good payday.
Okay. Whoa! Dog, what are you doing? Get in there. Dog's like, you bore me. What the dog doing? Licking its butt. Alright, that's leave area. I don't want to leave. Mike, do you remember your favorite tank for DA Inquisition? My first playthrough, I think I had whatever class Cassandra was my tank for the first playthrough. I know the other options, there was... Iron Bull was a warrior, but he was more of an offensive warrior than a defensive one. I think Blackwall was a solid tank. And of course, the main character could be any class, but I don't think I ever went through the game as a tank. I think I had Cassandra as my tank. Amel Estate Cellar. What? Where did I just enter? Oh, it's Anders! It's everybody's favorite mage!
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
I'm just here to talk.
We're interested in getting into the deep roads. Rumor has it you were a warden. Do you know a way?
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat.
The cat again.
He hated the deep roads.
Oh, I remember, because we just did the DLC with his cat, like, last week.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the deep roads.
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
I've always heard that joining the Wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the Darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the Archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out, if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested... Although... a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Let's be more specific. I don't do anything involving children or animals.
I have a warden map of the depths in this area.
Professionals have standards.
I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
Oh, that's all. I might just take my chances with the Darkspawn.
If we fight the Templars, it is because they decide that anyone who befriends a mage deserves death without questioning. These are my terms. If you want my aid with your expedition, meet me in the Chantry tonight. I have sent word to Carl to be there. Maker willing, we will all leave free men.
+5 friendship with Fenris. Amel Estate Seller. Morning, Mike. Your hawk is looking fine. Thank you. Wait, what? I have to have Carver for this? Okay. Oh, this is the estate that we used to own. This was our place. So we're clearing it out. Man, I had just gotten the other guy's tactics all set up. That's fine. Saying I'm like, you like Captain Muckbeard loose, you look like Hawk too. Captain Muckbeard. Whoops. Sorry, Barrett. Frayed rope. Chat, if you knock away 2 enemies at the cost of knocking away 1 Carver, is it worth it? It's like the whole if a tree falls in the forest thing. Quick save. Tobias's documents.
Well, this looks like the place. If the cellars go this far, maybe we were important.
The Amel family. Torn trousers. Thank God someone stored that for a rainy day.
Get ready.
Oh! Ow! What was that? Where's the assassin? There he is! And Carver's down. Okay. Dude, those assassins are honestly, like, the roughest part of this Nightmare playthrough so far. Just because, like, they vanish and then appear behind someone and Omaiwa Shindaru them. Truckload of damage. And they just keep doing it. And they have potions, so they don't always die in one burn. Opal fragment.
Now that's just rude. What are they trying to do?
I knew I should slit his throat.
Can't we talk?
I should have slit his throat. Dead.
Let's finish this!
Imperial Bloodhelm. Helm of Appreciation. Where's our tank? Oh, she can't use any of that. Oh, that's right. The only one I can change the hat on is Hawk for whatever reason. What happened to the pixelated blue-haired lady? Hi! I'm not sure if I'm going to continue playing that. Short version, I loved the story of Crosscode, but I really was starting to not enjoy the gameplay. There's a quote I have said many times on stream, which is like, if you want to take a good game and make it worse, just add some timers to it.
That has to be the vault.
And the game is getting to be where it is just filled with timers. Like, there will be 10 waterfalls, you gotta fireball some of them to turn them to steam, which lasts 10 seconds, you got to freeze bolt others to turn them to a wall of ice, which lasts like 10 seconds, then you gotta bounce a projectile through these steamy ones before they go back into water, and bounce it off of the icy ones before they go back to being a liquid to get to a switch on the other side. And that's just like the early game. And the late game is gonna get even crazier. And I'm like dreading it. I'm not looking forward to it. And plus, there's like a whole lot of like... You could just ignore it, but you're constantly getting told by your teammates that you're like, oh yeah, you failed the race, I'm still faster than you. Like your rival is just like, oh, you still suck, you have a lot to learn. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? I think I'm good.
If there's anything to learn about the family, that's where it is.
It's like, if I wanted to be constantly told I'm not good enough, I just go back to middle school. Thank you.
So this is it. Grandfather's will. Let's just take it back to Mother and be done with it.
I'll head for the door soon enough. I want to look around first.
Yeah, so it's giving me a chance to just warp out. Okay, so that was it.
Varric,
Carver.
still think you're helping while bearing us in debt to your brother?
Still riding side saddle while bitching at your betters?
Drinks later.
Never miss him.
Oh my god! Dang! Yo, that was savage!
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
Grandfather left everything to Mother and us. I guess he had some sense after all. See for yourself.
I should... maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her. The estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Check out the part where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
I don't like him, but he has a point. He's been here 25 years, and then she just showed up and was like, give me your life savings. Like, he does have a point, but he is a jerk about it.
If it wasn't for the Blight, would we ever have come back here?
I always thought I would. But I suppose you three are Ferelden to your toes.
Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make a willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
Wonder what she's gonna do. Let's see. Requires level 17. Hater's Razor. That might be an upgrade for our new elf friend. The Gallows. She'll sell feet pics. Oh no.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for you to be here?
Oh, I'm sure nobody will notice little old me. Don't you worry.
Very reassuring. This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
According to everything I've seen, the Circle can't control mages anyhow.
And what is the alternative? Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Alright. Let's see. Is that an upgrade? No, and no. Okay. Alright. What did we need to do here? Tobrias.
I know your face. I am Tobrias, and you are a hawk. I remember your father. Malcolm was a good man.
My father must have left quite an impression. The letter I found was ancient.
I needn't tell his own child how special he was.